Hey, everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge podcast, episode number 238. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode. Follow me at the SkyLounge on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. And also check out the SkyLounge on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Without any further ado, let's get shit started with episode number 238. Sorry, the sordid word diminishing our dignity. Stop apologizing. Why are you saying sorry, motherfucker? What are you sorry for? And for me, this frustration from the word sorry comes from my dad. Because the word sorry was my dad's favorite fucking word. So let me lay this down for you. So anytime my dad gets into an argument and he gets, cornered and is about to lose, he pulls out the fucking sorry card. And oftentimes, this would happen with my mom, where she's just laying down the facts and the argument, the logic, and because my dad doesn't want to continue and he just wants to stop talking and more or less give up, he just says sorry, right? And oftentimes, and most of the times, he would never mean it. Just his way of saying, shut the fuck up, I don't care, I'm leaving. And that pissed me off a lot. It annoyed me because you're not standing your ground. I mean, you have nothing to really apologize for. Why are you fucking saying that word? And because of that, I make it an effort every day to make sure I eradicate the word sorry from my vocabulary. Now, this is very different from when I actually fuck up something. Then I'll be sorry. Like if I, drop something on my way to giving something to somebody, then I'm sorry because I fucked up, right? But other than that, why the fuck should I apologize for anything? I'm just trying to live my life, do my thing. I mean, why regret the actions you choose? You're the master of your own destiny. Whatever choice you make is yours. That comes with the benefits and the mistakes. Simple as that. And so the word sorry is something that I genuinely detest. And it's something that I just never understood about my dad, where if you don't have any genuine feeling of remorse nor regret, why even just nonchalantly throw out that word? I mean, it's worthless. You're basically going with the angle of, oh, woe is me. Please stop. I don't want to do this anymore. It's a very pussy mentality. Very tantrum-esque. And I just find it detestable in that sense, where you're basically groveling. You're basically showing your weakness. Because in my mind, when you're sorry, you expose yourself to become an emotional puppet at the behest of others, having to show coerced regret and artificial empathy, especially when you didn't do shit. And you have to throw that word around. It's utter bullshit. Some people in our world have learned ways to use this to manipulate others to get what they want. And that's what this whole cancel culture is predicated on, right? It's all about, virtual signaling tirelessly to have someone be very sorry and manipulate that person through fear of, to make sure they are indoctrinated into this cult, which is fucking pathetic. And it's such a widespread cancer now in our world that you can't escape it. And it's a shame because this cancel culture, this pussification of our world, this insistence that we have to be sorry all the time for being who we are, I believe there is a genesis to be found in early childhood for a lot of folks. And I'm going to mostly tackle what goes on in the United States because I live in the USA, in Las Vegas. And in my mind, the idea of the participation badge is really, in my mind, what sets off and is the really egg of this cancel culture. And the egg, cracks, it fucking grows up into a whiny little bitch. And yeah, again, in my mind, it stems from participation badges because participation badges, kids, without muddling up my words here, participation badges are the literal physical manifestation of being a sorry ass loser. Some kids are raised to not compete, and that's fine because I was raised not to compete in the athletic sense. I was always a nerd playing video games by myself, and even video games, I didn't really play those competitive multiplayer shit. I would play RPG where you just explore things around. But through my parents, and this is a personal aspect here of what we're going to talk about. From a personal aspect here, my parents were working tirelessly day in, day out. And I saw through the years and decades that work kind of manifests itself into a comfortable living, a decent living. And so I learned from that there are winners, there are losers, and you have to capitalize off of opportunities and can't fucking blame, others for your misfortunes. I mean, that's just the way it goes. But with these participation badges, there are no winners and losers, just participants, which clearly that's not how life is. It's just not. And you erase the idea of the meritocracy and inject these kids with the sense of socialism, which I would say teaching kids early the greatness of socialism versus the evil of capitalism is the stupidest fucking thing you could do. It really is. Because you need to teach kids winning and losing early. I apologize. You have to teach your kids winning and losing early. Because I do believe parents nowadays take less responsibility in instilling children with discipline. And I know some of you dipshit motherfuckers are going to think, oh, child abuse. No. I mean, communicating and teaching your child in critical moments of their lives, right? That's what you need to do. You can't just shrug away your responsibility of being a fucking parent and telling your kid, hey, sometimes life's unfair, and that's just how shit goes. And really, in that respect, I'm really glad my mom and dad were very real to me. Although my dad, very conservative, very, old school, Korean immigrant parent where, grades, study. But my mom was always hey, listen, life's going to be tough. I mean, you're going to get called names and you got to just deal with that shit. You got to roll with it because no one else is going to fucking help you up. And that's what I mean by discipline. That's what I mean by taking responsibility as a parent. But you don't get that now. You don't get that now with these parents. It's all about, hey, don't tell me how to raise my child. And then you just give that child an iPad and just say, hey, play with this shit. Do whatever. You could win there. And hey, let's take you to the soccer game. And it's okay if you lose because everybody wins. The thing is, life isn't fair. Life isn't fair and won't reward you with the participation badge. And the fact that for decades, this shit's been going on, participation badges to our kids, it's ludicrous. I say our kids. I don't have any fucking kids. But, collective human race kids, right? That's what I mean. But again, I don't have kids, so I can't really speak on behalf of parents. And I know that's going to upset a lot of people who are actually parents. You don't know shit! Fuck you! All right, dude, I'm just an observer. I'm just an observer who looks at shit and says shit. And what I see is just parents becoming worse and worse pussies. who don't teach their kids winning and losing, who don't teach their kids life lessons through athletics, through extracurricular activities. They just shove that shit in the kid's face and just do their own thing. Because they're lost souls and they're sheeps. I mean, dude, imagine if the NBA said, all right, guys, no NBA championships, just participation badges. Do you understand how much fucking money the NBA would lose? I mean, they're already hemorrhaging viewership ratings as it is because of their fucking wokeness. But imagine if they go that woke with the participation badges. That would be a nightmare situation for the NBA. But man, I mean, you see the footprints of how we got here, man. You see the receipts of why society is such a pussified mess. Generations of children being told they're special, giving them worthless participation badges, coddling against the realities of life. Then we sit here and question why the kids are like this, why the world is such a fucking clown show. Come on, motherfucker. Come on, motherfucker. You're really questioning that shit? Do you see what the left wing has become in the year 2020? It's a nightmare. I mean, for me, the left wing is the culmination of all these participation badge kids. These nerds, these kids who got bullied. And dude, I'm a nerd. I will fucking flat out tell you, I'm a nerd. I don't fucking particularly like going out. I'm not really a social person at all. I'd rather spend times indoors watching anime, playing video games, writing, creating videos and shit like that. But I never felt sorry for myself because I know who I am. I'm just a fat nerd who likes a lot of things in this life. But the left wing has become, again, a breeding ground of participation badge, self-entitled, not confident pussies who always just feel sorry for themselves. And it's because of that emotional emotional blanket that they put over themselves to pat themselves on the back, I suppose, and make others feel sorry for them. It's a crap fest. It's a fucking crap fest. And when you speak of crap fest, man, I mean, when you speak of crap fest in the left wing, I mean, we gotta talk about the DNC right now, man. I mean, Jesus fucking Christ, the goddamn DNC. You know what I should actually call that thing? The Do Nothing Convention. The 2020 Democratic National Convention, aka Cringe Fest 2K20. DNC, the culmination of our weakened, pussified society in a virtual conference filled with hypocritical politicians, worthless celebrities, and self-righteous twats. This is basically a deranged, creepy, cringy, left-wing bukkake fest. They're just coming all over themselves and screaming, Orange Man bad! The world has to be sorry for the injustice and everyone's evil. Ah! The pure hypocrisy and bullshit coming out of these people's mouths is just disgusting. People like Michael Obama. Michelle Obama. But we all know it's Michael Obama. Michael Obama talking about how Trump built cages for children when this bitch forgets that her dirty ass husband and Barack Hussein Obama built those fucking cages in his 8-year reign of terror. But you're going to conveniently forget that narrative, right? Where you're pre-recording your fucking message. Talk about, Joe Biden is the greatest thing. With your fucking deep-ass voice and your 5 o'clock shadow, Michael Obama. Man, shut your bitch ass up, dude. You got to tuck in that cock and just shut the fuck up, bitch. Because the shit that was coming out of Michelle Obama, Michael Obama's mouth, was nothing short of just hypocritical bullshit and how insane the left wing has become. They brought your boy Bill Clinton to the DNC in day 2. Bill Clinton. This cocksucker pops in to the DNC talking about, oh, the sanctity of democracy. When he was getting sucked off by interns and fucking underage girls on Epstein's Island. There are flight logs. There are court conversations now. There are pictures and myriads of evidence telling you flat out Bill Clinton is a piece of shit scumbag human being. Hell, he's not even a human being. He's worse than dirt. He is just the worst of the worst in terms of a breathing creature. No single-celled organism is lower than this fucking piece of scumbag in Bill Clinton, along with her fucking bitch. Her bitch, his bitch, I don't give a fuck. Hillary Clinton. These fucking human gist stains sit there at the DNC lecturing about, oh, democracy is needed. Oh, we hate this president who is against everything that we hold dear. What do you hold dear, you fucking assholes? Lying? Manipulating power to your own fucking benefit? Oh, but Trump doesn't say. Can you shut the fuck up with the goddamn Trump derangement syndrome fucking deflection? Because guess what, motherfucker? Bill Clinton has receipts. And every fucking time you say, oh, Trump was Epstein's friend. Trump was the only guy. He was the only man that helped the prosecutor get on Epstein's ass. President Trump was the only man who wanted to stop this disgusting motherfucker from doing the shit that he's been doing to kids. But no! Trump derangement syndrome is real. You motherfuckers can't see logic. I mean, the DNC is all up in their own assholes and talking about Orange Man is bad. Orange Man bad. Jesus Christ. And then you got their fucking cheerleaders. The cheerleaders of the DNC. You know who they are? The psychopath pedowood parasites. They're cheering this crap fest like a douchebag like Mark Ruffalo. Look at our Democrats go! Orange man bad! America racist! Elites know best! Every piece of shit in Peterwood needs to be burned. Literally! Joan of Arc style, bitch! You sickening motherfuckers are sitting there defending the crap fest in DNC. Talking about, oh, Bill Clinton is the right guy. AOC, smartest woman ever. Michael Obama, diplomat. Such a classy first lady. Holy shit. These assholes got you normies, by the way. You fucking normies are so goddamn fucked. You're goddamn cannon fodders. You're brain dead cannon fodders. You sit there watching these assholes in the DNC mutter their fucking bullshit, and you are repeating their mantra, oh, fucking orange man bad, America racist, elites know best. And they spell America with 3 Ks, by the way. Because that's just so fucking brilliant, right? Or really, you know what they do now? Like they did for the fucking DNC, especially with that day one, that DNC music video, which was just a fucking nightmare to watch. These cocksuckers now just scream BLM, Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. All right, communist. Have fun. Have fun just spouting nonsense and talking bullshit. It's crazy. It's crazy because these slaves, these brainwashed, normie slaves have to show coerced regret and show artificial empathy. The false virtue signaling follows, and it's hilariously cringeworthy. when they try to get at you with useless emotions and not facts, data, statistics, common sense logic, none of that shit. And while you brain dead motherfuckers do that, while you goddamn normies flail around and do that shit, these elitist parasites are laughing at you. They're watching people kill each other, watching people burn their fucking cities down to the ground, and these parasites hide in the light. They hide in fucking plain daylight, to be honest. Like Ellen DeGenerate. Ellen motherfucking DeGenerate. Hiding because of all the goddamn accusations of toxic work environments. And come on, man. Come on, man. We all know this bitch is a pedowood alpha. Just like OFAT slave driver Winfrey. And was probably part of a lot of child trafficking shit that seems to ooze out of pedowood. Nowadays, I mean, they don't even hide it. pedowood does a terrible job of trying to hide their infatuation with children, which is fucking disgusting. And people who keep telling society that child love is a mental disorder, I want to kill you. I know I say no rape, murder, and crime, but dude, you fucking pedophiles are disgusting. You can't defend that shit. Kill yourselves. Some animals really need to be put down. And animals like Ellen DeGenerate, OFAT slave driver Winfrey, they know they're untouchable. They know they can get away with this shit because normies have embraced them, like I said. They are cultist mobs cultivated by these elites who have been brainwashing you for years and years and years through guilt, right? Making you feel sorry. And it's through that they control you, the normie, and enforce their agenda. And it's why cunts like Ellen DeGenerate and OFAT slave driver Winfrey drive me insane. They piss me the fuck off. Because these two cunts will shove an 18-inch dildo of virtue signaling up your ass and tell you to be sorry for who you are, which is utter bullshit. I mean, the whole fucking lecture that Oprah Winfrey had a couple weeks ago about white privilege, white guilt, and all that bullshit, I wanted to slap the shit out of her in her fat fucking twat. Because what the fuck are you talking about making white people feel guilty when white people fucking put you in your fucking place, bitch? Damn. Using that racism, I see, Oprah. The same shit that got you up fucking ahead, right? We gotta have a female black host. Fuck all these white women. Let's bring the biggest, fattest bitch and raise her up. Because whites and blacks will love her because she's not violent nor imposing. Shit. These are all opinions, kids. Just remember, these are all opinions. These are my opinions. And I laugh because, yeah, I could be wrong, but everything in history, every receipt has been shown that, these pedowood fucks, they're very manipulative. They know how to get at normies, and they know intellectuals, normal dudes and gals just want to live their lives. They don't want to be controlled. And they're getting terrified. That's what this whole fucking circus act is in 2020 amongst these elites. Remember that goddamn Hollywood video a couple months ago, when they had that fucking apology reel with like Stanley Tucci and all these B-list, C-list actors? Like, I'm sorry. I gotta do better. I gotta end racism. It's a quest to find racism. Black Lives Matter. Like the cringiest shit you could ever fucking watch. Like, normies are buying into that shit. But yo, I'll tell you what, man. I am seeing an awakening. I am seeing a just massive dosage of red pills to the normies right now. It is insane how desperate the left wing has become. I mean, I called this a whole Fail Mary situation with Kamala Harris being named VP candidate. The Democratic Party is done. They're done. And they know they're done. So they are attempting to just throw Hail Marys nonstop because they know they're down in the fourth quarter with about 30 seconds left, 16 fucking points. There's no goddamn way they're going to win this shit. So they're just going to fucking chuck the goddamn ball. And people are finally catching wind of this shit. People are finally catching wind of this bullshit. Because you know what? They're sick to death of being told, feel a certain way. They're sick to death of being told what not to say. They're sick to death of being told to be sorry. They are. They don't want to be a fucking self-pitied creature living in the fucking dirt, begging for their master's scraps. Nobody wants to do that shit. Especially in the year 2020, when the world has evolved so fucking much. And thank goodness, man, this whole hashtag walk away movement has become more prevalent as of late. And it's simply this, kids. Left-wingers walking away and moving towards the right wing. It's a social media movement that has seen transitions by the tens of thousands, where it started in 2018 mostly. But the trend has been more prevalent because of this whole pandemic, because of the riots. And man, it's just wild to see how the left can't hide any of this shit anymore. People are seeing the lunacy of the left wing in broad daylight. And everyone's kind of sick of it. And I know there are going to be diehard anti-Trumpers, the TDS, Trump derangement syndrome motherfuckers out there who will never, ever reason, logic, data, facts. They will never give into that shit. Which, fine, whatever. But honestly, fuck those people. Because majority of people who live in America just want to live their goddamn lives. And they don't want to be sorry unless they actually fucked up. Why are you telling people to be fucking sorry for racial injustice? All white people have to suffer. All black people have to suffer. All Asian people have to suffer. All Hispanic people have to suffer. Really, motherfucker? Really? Everybody has to be sorry for the evil actions of a few? And yeah, it's like I keep saying, there are evil people in this world. There are racists in this world. And that happens in all professions, all races, all goddamn people. No matter who the fuck you are. But to generalize it to the point where you're rioting, creating, unnecessary racial tension and, indoctrinating these weak-minded people to do your bidding, to create chaos in this country, you're fucked up. And people are sick of that shit. People don't want to fucking feel sorry unless they have something to apologize for. And I tell you this, boys and girls, ultimately, don't apologize unless you fucked up. And definitely don't apologize for who the fuck you are. Say what you want, but again, be smart about it. It's all about balance, man. Finding the context, understanding context, and making sure, you keep to yourself and you know who you are. Keep to yourself meaning, not losing who you are. Walk your path the way you want, man. Except no rape, murder, and crime. Okay, motherfucker? It's that simple. It's that simple. But, the Trump derangement syndrome, the anti-Trumpers, the goddamn left-wing morons, the Michael Obama supporters, all these assholes are just gonna completely ignore reason, which is sad. But that's life. That's life. In the next episode of the SoundCloud, boys and girls, we have Les Sports Le Coq, baby. All right, motherfuckers. I appreciate you dropping by this episode. Follow me at the SoundCloud on SoundCloud, iTunes, and Google Podcasts. And also check out the SoundCloud on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And until next time, kids, fuck off.